Hi there! Welcome back to the Toy Room. It's good to see you again. Today's featured toy is Voodoo Doll Game. Ooh. Voodoo Doll Game was made in 1967 by Shopper Toys. Shopper Toys was founded in 1949 by William Herbert Shopper in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And he was a postman, and apparently he must have been a fisherman too, because in 1948 he was whittling a fishing lure and he came up with the game Cootie, which is probably the most famous and popular game that Shopper produced, and it went into mass production. Other games that Shopper produced were Skunk and Ticklebee, which I have a kind of a beat up copy of that, and Don't Break the Ice, and Ants in the Pants. And Voodoo Doll Game, you should be able to find it right down there.
If we look down a little lower, there down towards the bottom of the floor, there it is, and we'll pull it out.
When I was a young boy, we pretty much only got toys on our birthday or at Christmas time. And I remember one year that my mother brought me to a Snyder's or a Brent Franklin's, and she took me around the store and said that I could pick out whatever toy I wanted. So I looked around, and for some reason I must have saw the Voodoo Doll Game and thought that's what I wanted to have. So I got the Voodoo Doll Game that year, and I would have been about 8 years old when I got it.
This is the original game that I had when I was a child, and the box is in pretty good shape. And as you can see from the cover, the game was for boys and girls. And there's a couple characters on the cover, one of them holding some pins, and then off here is some crazy character with a bone on the top of his head coming out of a little hut. On the side of the box we see that it explains the game to us a little bit and says that the mysterious voodoo doll holds the key that keeps the witch doctor from leaping free. Also on the side of the box is the Shopper logo with Cootie, of course, and it's very helpful, and it tells you how you actually pronounce the name of the company because it's pronounced Shopper.
And when we open the box, we can see that inside there's the game, and I still have a cardboard insert that's still with it.
So a lot of the old games would have the directions for the game right on the inside of the cover of the box, and that was handy so that you didn't lose directions. The Voodoo Doll Game had a couple of chambers with pins in here, and you just slide this open and you get the pins out of here. And the general object is that you would take turns sticking pins into the voodoo doll, and then when somebody hits the wrong spot, the witch doctor would jump out of the little hut here.
I remember playing the game at least once in the breezeway of my parents' house with my friends, and the way that you start the game is the game came with these little metal pins, and each player takes turns to secretly put one of the pins into a hole on the voodoo doll here. And those metal pins got lost somewhere along the line, so we had to sacrifice some of these plastic pins, cut them up, and we made these makeshift pins that we use then to stick in the holes.
So once the game is set up and the witch doctor is put in the hut, as you progress along and pins are put into the voodoo doll, then some unlucky player comes along and puts it in the wrong spot. The witch doctor leaps out of the hut. And there's the witch doctor. The witch doctor is put back into the hut, and the game continues with the remaining players. And you're out once you hit the wrong thing and the witch doctor comes out. So play continues until everybody's out, and the last one in is the winner. Let's get that witch doctor to come out again. See if he'll come out again.
I'll see you next time in the Toy Room. Until then, I hope your local witch doctor doesn't stick you with too many pins. Good day and good night. Next time in the toy room, Charlie Weaver.